guys, and welcome back. Super excited. It's our Friday and we are focusing on our local business, and our vendor this week is our favorite and our preferred lender, Brian. But before we get there, I'm Chrisi.
I'm Susan.
We are Team HBC. Brian, who are you?
Hi, I'm Brian Wylie with NFM Lending, and I just got to say thank you all for so much for having me on here. This is awesome.
Anytime and all the time. Brian, we might have been all around the city and having a lot of fun, whether it's in houses or in Jeeps or in the studio, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, he's always filled with all the best information. But we're going to show you some information that Brian has provided throughout the year and give you what you need to know about lending, whether it's VA or any other kind of loan. But before that, I really want to highlight something that is just like tender heart. It's so sweet and it's so who you are.
Yeah.
Tell them what you did recently for some deployed military.
Yeah, it was amazing, the turnout that we had. So basically a traditional service member, a workup for a deployment is 6 months. Well, we had our unit, they actually got spun up in 63 hours. So what's done in 6 months, they did in basically 2.5 days. It was insane what was happening. So we had a lot of families that left their families to go serve their country. And what we were able to do is we got a bunch of community members. I know you and your team were involved, as well as a lot of others, but what we did was we were able to raise enough funds, and we got Girl Scouts involved to be able to ship deployment packages over to those service members that were deployed. So we got the Girl Scouts together, the Girl Scouts came, they colored all the boxes. It was really good, and our goal was to be able to create 22 packages. We ended up being able to create 41, so it was awesome.
Job.
Yes, it was great.
That's amazing. And why does that hit home with you?
Oh, it hits home for me because I'm actually a service member myself. I'm still active. I've done numerous deployments, so I understand the value of getting a deployment box. I remember when you're away from home, there's nothing like being able to get a package, even if it's gummy bears. I mean, it's just great to be able to get a package from a family member or anyone back on the home front. So,
Awesome.
So yeah.
Well, as a military spouse and daughter and soon to be mom, I want to definitely thank you for all that you do for our military family, our military community in Central Ohio, and you're amazing.
Thank you so much. Thank you. That means a ton to me.
Absolutely.
No.
And
Truly our VA wingman.
Yes, he is.
Yes.
We didn't say that yet again.
It's a slogan that I haven't used in a long time, but I like it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Well, together we are MRE, the Military Relocation Experts. He's our VA wingman, and like I said, our preferred lender. So thanks, Brian.
Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it.
All right, absolutely. Let's go see some of the top tips that Brian has shared with us throughout the past year. Preparation.
Absolutely. So before you start the home search, it's important to get your finances in order. That's where I come in as a lender. I'll work with you to get pre-approved for the mortgage, so you know exactly how much your home or how much of a home you can afford, and I can also help you understand the different loan options and which is the best one for you. Downsizing can be a big decision, but it can also bring many benefits. It can reduce your monthly expenses, lower your property taxes, and provide you with more time and money to enjoy the things that you love. As a lender, I'll help you find the best financing options to make that downsizing journey as easy and stress-free as possible. With FHA, they're backed by the Federal Housing Administration and are designed to help low to moderate income home buyers become homeowners. They offer a low down payment requirement and are a lot more flexible when it comes to credit standards as compared to conventional loans. And with the FHA loan, minimum down payment required is 3.5% of the purchase price. However, it's important to note that both VA and FHA loans also offer loan limits which determine the maximum amount that a borrower can afford. Exactly. And then on the other hand, with FHA loans, they're insured by the Federal Housing Administration. This insurance protects the lender in case the borrower defaults on the loan. It's important to note that FHA insured premiums are required to be paid by both the borrower throughout the life of the loan. And it's also important to note that VA loans may offer lower interest rates compared to FHA loans, which can save eligible borrowers a significant amount of money over the life of the loan.
Where it says in black and white that the buyer can pay for their own pest and termite inspection.
Can. Did we hear that? C-A-N.
Yep.
Can.
They absolutely
Okay.
can. Kind of some rules around it. So if the lender does charge a 1% origination fee, So if you have a lender that's charging a full 1% origination fee, the buyer is not allowed to pay for that pest and termite inspection. You really don't see that much more. A lot of your big online companies and your military friendly lending companies, they're very notorious for doing that. But for the most part, a lot of your local lenders, they're not doing that anymore.
Do we know a military friendly lender?
Well, I'm definitely a military friendly lender. That's for darn sure.
So again.
Yeah.
So here's the scoop. VA loan with VA Wingman, my buyers. How many days did we get clear to close?
20 days.
20 days, clear to close. We are ready to close. And talk to them about the VA appraisal. What happened?
The VA appraisal, it was amazing. It comes in quicker than any other loan product. And the most important thing is it was $20,000 over the contract price, actually. So
20 days,
yeah.
$20,000 in equity.
Yep. That was awesome. It was awesome.
Come up and it's very timely because of what's going on right now in the world, is the difference with wartime versus peacetime when it comes to eligibility and the VA loan. So I'm going to throw it over to you, my friend, if you can help us understand that.
Awesome. So the VA is very particular about what they consider wartime and what they consider peacetime. With the VA loan, what they put in there, it's very, very black and white. So they say, and we've been technically in wartime since the Persian Gulf War. So since 1990, we've been at wartime. So basically that means that anybody that has been an active duty member, you have to have at least a 2-year obligation. But after that, once you hit your 90-day mark, you're eligible for VA loan. If you're a National Guard member, they're very, very particular. It has to be 6 years. But here's the other thing. If we are in peacetime, which if you would like, I can even post, once we post this, I can even get a little chart of, hey, from this month, date, and year to this month, date, and year, we're at peacetime. Now we're at wartime in this. So it gives a good breakdown. So if you guys were in, or gals were in, during these times, you're able to tell if we were wartime or if we were at peacetime. So,
but pretty much since the Persian Gulf War.
Yeah, pretty much since the Persian Gulf War, we've been at wartime.
Wow.
So,
now, you know, the passion is all about military. That's why we're here and why we do this. So I think everyone who has ever served should be eligible. But the fact is that not everyone is eligible.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
Okay. So you're looking up for a client of mine right now that's actually the National Guard. So if you are unsure, but you want to take advantage of the VA loan, hit Brian up so he can help you figure out your eligibility with that.
And hit Chrisi up too, because she's absolutely, her and her team are amazing at what they do.
That's why we're the MRE, the Military Relocation Expert.
Absolutely. What that means is from the time that we lock your interest rate, you need to close within 15 days, 30 days, 60 days, whatever that looks like. So what we do is we look at the contract, and let's say we got a 35-day contract. Well, we're probably going to look at a 45-day lock on that one just to make sure that your lock goes past that closing date. So now where it ultimately affects you is, let's say you have to extend that closing a couple of days. Well, if it goes outside that lock period, we need to look at what we call extending that rate lock. And when we extend that rate lock, it does ultimately cost the borrower money in order to be able to do that.
So I've had that on a recent transaction, had a transaction that we had worked on together. There was a tenant, they didn't want to leave. It kind of changed our situation and our buying time frame. So we actually did a rate lock extension. So once you have the rate locked and you get into contract and you are heading toward closing and you change it, you can still extend it when you're within that original period, correct?
Correct. Absolutely. Yep.
And then there is a cost, like you mentioned. Now that cost related to rising interest rates would be quite effective to pay that cost up front for that extension versus for the next 30 years on a monthly mortgage, right?
Exactly. Yep.
And we're talking about cost. We can't, everything's going to vary based on the individual rate and everything, but we're talking hundreds, not thousands typically, correct?
Correct. Absolutely.
Yep. That was great information. Brian, thank you so much for always being so open and helping to give us the tips that we need to know so that clients can get not only in contract with us, but get to closing with you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. That's awesome.
Absolutely. So one thing I must say, do you love the timing on what we've chosen here? Do you notice what we're in front of?
Ooh, I like it.
Do we not love it?
I know. It's so fitting.
Where's our wave?
Yeah, you gotta do the wave.
Yeah, let's say goodbye to everybody.
See ya.
Go Nissan.
That's gotta be put in there. You gotta put that in there.
We'll do that. All right. Bye, guys.
See ya.
Thanks for tuning in this far. And with real estate being a people business, you'll definitely want to chat with Brian Wylie. Here's a few of the fun times that we've had in our Jeeps and Jeeps with Peeps episodes. Anyway, hang out a little bit longer. You are about to hit some of the funny stuff. We've got some bloopers and after the show ahead. Check it out. Tell us what you think.
I noticed, by the way, you have no dogs.
Oh, they're in here. I put them in here because when I get going down the road, I don't have like anything to.
They go flying.
Yeah, they'll start flying around.
That's
so,
fair. That's
so
fair.
yeah, but I still got. So Aniston, Chrisi got me some amazing ducks. So she was the very first person to duck me when I got my Jeep, and she gave me 2 ducks, and one was a Air Force, and one was Navy, and Aniston named them. Guess what she named them? Millie and Terry.
Military. Oh,
Military.
Military. Aww, I love it.
Yeah. So that's what she named them.
Are you trying to get me out of the picture now?
Yeah. I see what you're doing there.
You got the awfully Andy Pearl thing going on here. You're making great content.
Was it going?
Of course it
Oh,
is.
geez.
I'm ready for these outtakes. That's what I really want to see.
No, that's not about this.
Oh, I got my fresh dew. My grays ain't showing, so we're good.
So it looks like we're live as of 18 seconds ago.
We are, but we're not live out to the world.
Oh, come on. That'd make a hell of an intro.
Let's get on it.
Oh, I'm in airplane mode.
Oh, thanks.
What's going on? Oh, all right. Good.
Oh, we're still on, so let's just do it. So,
Yeah, absolutely.
are we both in? Get in here.
All right.
We're back in the same outfit.
Ooh.
Whoa, Brian, we have no other.
We need to
clothes.
Yeah, see, this is actually, yeah. This is all I have. That's
Yeah,
all I
this
have.
is it. Okay.
I need to close
This is
some.
all that we own.
I need to close some loans, please, because I need clothes.
I have a house for me, so I can wear a new outfit. Okay. Deadpan. All right. Anything else you wanted to add?
I'm good.
I've never heard of that before.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. Going around the corner with this thing naked feels like what's happening.
Here, we're gonna go through the car wash
There's
right
my
now.
OSH. No. Yeah.
Action.
That's my action.
Yeah.
God.
Action.